The supplement industry is hiding something from you, something so simple, so cheap, that if you knew about it, they would lose billions of dollars every single year. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is documented science that the pharmaceutical companies pray you never discover. But before I reveal this natural alternative that can triple your energy levels, I need to make something very clear. This content is educational and does not replace medical guidance. Always consult your doctor before making changes to your diet or medication. Never stop taking prescribed medication without medical advice. But here is what the studies actually show and why the supplement industry does not want you to know about it. You are spending $50 to $60 per month on pre-workout supplements, maybe more. That is $720 per year. For what? A product filled with synthetic caffeine, artificial colors, mysterious proprietary blends, and ingredients you cannot even pronounce. And here is the part that should make you angry. The supplement you are buying costs less than 50 cents to manufacture. You read that right, 50 cents. The markup is over 1,000%. You are paying $60 for something that costs them less than $1 to produce. But it gets worse, because you are not just being robbed financially, you are being lied to about what that product actually does for your body. Let me ask you something. How many times have you taken your pre-workout supplement and felt jittery, anxious, heart racing so fast you thought something was wrong? How many times did it keep you awake at night, even though you took it in the morning? Those are not signs that it is working. Those are side effects. Those are your body telling you that synthetic caffeine and artificial stimulants are stressing your cardiovascular system. The supplement industry knows this. They know their products cause heart palpitations. They know they cause sleep disruption. They know they cause dependency, where you cannot function without your daily dose. And they do not care because you keep buying it. Here is what they really do not want you to know. The main active ingredient in most pre-workout supplements is supposed to boost nitric oxide in your blood. Nitric oxide opens up your blood vessels, increases oxygen delivery to your muscles, and gives you that energy and endurance boost. But here is the fraud. Most pre-workout supplements use synthetic nitric oxide precursors, L-arginine, L-citrulline, fancy names for lab-created compounds, and your body does not absorb them well. Studies show that oral L-arginine has a bioavailability of only 10 to 15%. That means 85 to 90% of what you are paying for goes straight through your system without doing anything. You are literally flushing $50 down the toilet every month, and the supplement companies know this. They have read the same studies. They know their synthetic ingredients do not work as well as they claim, but they keep selling them because the profit margins are insane. They make the powder for 50 cents, put it in a fancy container with aggressive marketing, and sell it to you for $60, 1,200% markup. But financial robbery is just the first layer of this fraud. Let me tell you about the dangers they hide. In the fine print, pre-workout supplements are not regulated by the FDA, the same way medications are. That means companies can put almost anything in them and call it a proprietary blend. You have no idea what you're actually consuming. Independent lab tests have found banned substances in popular pre-workout supplements, stimulants that are illegal in many countries, heavy metals like lead and arsenic, ingredients that can damage your liver and kidneys over time. A study published in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition tested 40 popular pre-workout supplements. 68% of them contained ingredients not listed on the label. 68% More than half of these products are lying to you about what is actually inside. And for seniors over 60, the risks are even higher. Your liver and kidneys do not process these synthetic chemicals as efficiently as they did when you were younger. These artificial stimulants put enormous stress on your heart. If you are taking any medications, and most people over 60 are, the interactions can be dangerous. Blood pressure medication plus high-dose synthetic caffeine. That is a recipe for a cardiac event. Blood thinners plus mysterious proprietary blends. Your doctor would be horrified if they knew. But the supplement industry does not put these warnings in big bold letters. They hide them in tiny print at the bottom of the label, because if they were honest about the risks, you would never buy their product. So let me summarize where we are. You are spending $720 per year on a product that costs 50 cents to make, a product that your body only absorbs 10 to 15% of, a product that contains unlisted ingredients and heavy metals, a product that causes heart palpitations, anxiety, and sleep disruption, a product that puts you at risk for serious health complications. And the worst part? You do not even need it, because there is a natural food that does everything pre-workout supplements claim to do, but it does it better, 3 times better. According to the studies, with 0 side effects, 0 synthetic chemicals, 0 heavy metals, and it costs $2. I'm talking about beet juice. And before you roll your eyes and think this is too simple to be true, let me show you the science that the supplement industry is desperately trying to keep hidden from you. Beets contain natural nitrates. Not the synthetic kind in processed meat, natural nitrates from the soil. When you consume these nitrates, your body converts them into nitric oxide through a natural enzymatic process. The exact same nitric oxide that expensive pre-workout supplements are trying to artificially stimulate. But here is where it gets interesting. The natural nitrates in beet juice have a bioavailability of over 90%. 90%. Remember synthetic L-arginine in supplements? 10 to 15%. You are getting 6 to 9 times more actual nitric oxide boost from a glass of beet juice than from a $60 tub of powder. Let me say that again, so it really sinks in. Beets are 6 to 9 times more effective at boosting nitric oxide than synthetic supplements. This is not my opinion. This is published, peer-reviewed science, a study from the University of Exeter, published in the Journal of Applied Physiology, found that athletes who consumed beet juice before exercise increased their endurance by 16%. 16% more time to exhaustion compared to a placebo. Another study from the same research team found that beet juice reduced the oxygen cost of exercise. That means your body uses oxygen more efficiently. You can do more with less effort. You get tired slower. But here's the study that really exposes the fraud. Researchers compared beet juice to synthetic nitrate supplements. Both contain nitrates, but the beet juice group showed significantly better results in endurance, oxygen efficiency, and blood pressure reduction. Why? Because beets don't just contain nitrates. They contain vitamin C, folate, potassium, antioxidants called betalains, and fiber. All of these work together synergistically. The vitamin C enhances nitrate absorption. The potassium supports healthy blood pressure. The betalains reduce inflammation. The fiber feeds your gut bacteria, which play a crucial role in converting nitrates to nitric oxide. Nature created the perfect pre-workout supplement, and it costs $2. A medium-sized beet costs about 50 cents at the grocery store. You need 2 to 3 beets to make 1 cup of juice. That's $1 to $1.50 per serving. Compare that to pre-workout powder, which costs $2 to $3 per serving, and you're saving over 50% immediately. But the real savings come from effectiveness. Because beet juice actually works, you don't need to keep buying more products to stack on top of it. You don't need the energy booster, the nitric oxide booster, the endurance formula, the recovery drink. One glass of beet juice does all of that. So instead of spending $60 per month on multiple supplements, you're spending $8 to $12 per month on beets. That's a savings of $48 to $52 per month. $576 to $624 per year. Over 10 years, that's $5,760 to $6,240. Just from switching to a natural food that works better than the synthetic version. Now let me show you exactly how this works in your body, because understanding the mechanism makes it clear why this isn't some health fad. This is basic human physiology that has been true for thousands of years. When you drink beet juice, the natural nitrates enter your digestive system. Bacteria in your mouth and gut convert these nitrates into nitrites. Your stomach acid and enzymes then convert those nitrites into nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a signaling molecule. When it enters your bloodstream, it tells your blood vessels to relax and dilate. Wider blood vessels mean more blood flow. More blood flow means more oxygen and nutrients delivered to your muscles. More oxygen means more energy and better endurance. This is exactly what pre-workout supplements are trying to do with synthetic L-arginine and L-citrulline. But they're trying to force your body to produce nitric oxide through an artificial pathway. And your body doesn't respond well to that. Absorption is low, side effects are high. Beet juice uses your body's natural nitrate to nitric oxide pathway, the one that has existed since humans started eating plants. Your body knows exactly what to do with it. Absorption is high, side effects are zero, and the benefits go far beyond just energy and endurance. A study from Wake Forest University found that beet juice improved blood flow to the brain in older adults. Better blood flow to the brain means better cognitive function, sharper thinking, better memory, reduced risk of dementia. Another study published in the journal Hypertension found that 1 cup of beet juice per day lowered blood pressure by an average of 8 points systolic and 4 points diastolic. That's comparable to blood pressure medication just from drinking beet juice. Research from the Journal of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics showed that beet juice reduced inflammation markers in the blood. Inflammation is the root cause of most chronic diseases: heart disease, diabetes, arthritis, cancer. Reducing inflammation protects you from all of them. So when you drink beet juice, you're not just getting an energy boost, you're lowering your blood pressure, improving your brain function, reducing inflammation, protecting your heart, supporting healthy aging. Pre-workout powder doesn't do any of that. It just makes your heart race and keeps you awake at night. Now I know what some of you are thinking. If beet juice is so amazing, why has my doctor never mentioned it? Why are supplement companies allowed to sell inferior synthetic products? Great question. And the answer reveals how corrupt the system really is. Doctors receive almost zero nutritional education in medical school. The average doctor gets less than 20 hours of nutrition training in 4 years. They're trained to prescribe medications, not recommend foods. And pharmaceutical companies make sure it stays that way, because there's no profit in telling people to eat beets. Supplement companies are allowed to sell synthetic junk because the industry is barely regulated. They don't have to prove their products work or are safe. They just avoid making specific disease claims. The research on beet juice has been public for over 15 years. The University of Exeter studies, published in 2009, the Wake Forest Brain Blood Flow Study, 2011, the Blood Pressure Study, 2013, This information has been available for over a decade, but the supplement industry has spent millions making sure you never hear about it. They fund biased studies, pay influencers, and buy ads everywhere. Meanwhile, Beet Juice gets zero marketing because no corporation profits from it, but the science doesn't lie, and now you know the truth. Let me give you the exact comparison, so you can see how absurd this really is. Pre-workout supplement, $60 per month, $720 per year. Bioavailability 10 to 15%. Contains synthetic caffeine, artificial colors, unlisted ingredients, possible heavy metals. Side effects include heart palpitations, anxiety, jitteriness, insomnia, dependency. Requires liver and kidney to process synthetic chemicals. No additional health benefits. Total annual cost over $700. Beet juice, $8 to $12 per month. $96 to $144 per year. Bioavailability over 90%. Contains natural nitrates, vitamin C, potassium, folate, betalains, fiber. Side effects none, except possibly pink urine, which is harmless. Provides additional benefits, including lower blood pressure, better brain blood flow, reduced inflammation, improved heart health. Total annual cost, under $150. Savings, $48 to $52 per month. $576 to $624 per year. That's $5,760 to $6,240 over 10 years. And you're getting a product that's 6 to 9 times more effective. With zero side effects and multiple additional health benefits, the choice seems obvious, doesn't it? But knowing about beet juice isn't enough. You need to know exactly how to use it for maximum benefit. Because there's a right way and a wrong way to do this. Most people make critical mistakes that reduce effectiveness. I'm going to show you the exact protocol that research has proven works best, especially for people over 60. First, let me tell you where to buy beets and what to look for. You can find beets at any grocery store, Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, Walmart, your local supermarket, farmers markets. They're everywhere. You do not need to go to an expensive health food store or order some special superfood powder online. Look for medium-sized beets that are firm to the touch. Avoid beets that are soft, wrinkled, or have visible mold. The skin should be smooth and deep red or dark purple. If the greens are still attached, that's even better. The greens are edible and packed with nutrients. Organic is ideal, but not required. Beets are on the Clean 15 list, meaning they have low pesticide residue even when conventionally grown. So if organic is too expensive, regular beets work just fine. You can also buy pre-made beet juice, but be very careful here. Most commercial beet juices are pasteurized, which destroys some of the beneficial enzymes, and many brands add sugar, apple juice, or other fillers that dilute the nitrate content. If you buy bottled beet juice, make sure it says 100% beet juice with no added sugars. But honestly, making your own is cheaper and more effective. A juicer costs $30 to $50 one time, then beets cost about 50 cents each. You will recoup the cost of the juicer in the first month, compared to buying pre-made juice or supplements. Now let me tell you exactly how much beet juice you need and when to drink it for maximum energy boost. The research is very clear on this. The optimal dose is about 500 milliliters, which is roughly 2 cups or 16 ounces. You can get that amount from 2 to 3 medium-sized beets. Timing is critical. Nitrate levels in your blood peak about 2 to 3 hours after consuming beet juice. So if you want maximum energy for a workout or physical activity, drink your beet juice 2 to 3 hours before. But here's something most people do not know. For seniors over 60, I recommend a different protocol. Instead of drinking a large amount before exercise, drink 1 cup in the morning and 1 cup in the afternoon. This keeps your nitric oxide levels elevated throughout the day, giving you sustained energy. Instead of a spike and crash, 1 cup in the morning, 30 minutes before breakfast. This gives you an energy boost to start your day and improves nutrient absorption from your breakfast. 1 cup in the mid-afternoon, around 2 or 3 p.m. This fights the afternoon energy slump that most people experience and keeps you active through the evening. Do not drink beet juice late at night. The energy boost can interfere with sleep, even though it's natural and does not contain caffeine. How to prepare it? Very simple. Wash your beets thoroughly under running water. Cut off the greens if attached, but save them for a salad later. Cut the beets into quarters so they fit into your juicer. Run them through the juicer. Drink immediately for maximum benefit. You can add a small apple or carrot for flavor if the taste is too earthy for you, but do not add sugar or sweeteners. That defeats the purpose. If you do not have a juicer, you can use a blender. Cut the beets into small chunks. Add about half a cup of water. Blend until smooth. Strain through a fine mesh strainer or cheesecloth to remove the fiber. The juice is what you want. For maximum nitrate absorption, storage, fresh beet juice is best consumed within 24 hours. You can store it in the refrigerator in an airtight glass container for up to 2 days, but the nitrate content decreases over time. Do not freeze beet juice. Freezing destroys the enzymes that help convert nitrates to nitric oxide. Now let me tell you what to expect, so you know it's working. Week 1, you might not notice much. Your body is adjusting to the increased nitrate intake. Some people report slightly more energy, but it's subtle. You might also notice that your urine or stool turns pink or red. This is completely normal and harmless. It's called beturia. And it just means your body is processing the betalain pigments from the beets. Do not panic. You are not bleeding internally. It's just beet color. Week 2 to 3. This is when most people start noticing real differences. You will have more energy throughout the day, not jittery, anxious energy like caffeine, calm, sustained energy. You will notice that physical activities feel easier. Walking upstairs doesn't leave you winded. Yard work doesn't exhaust you as quickly. Your mind feels clearer and more focused. Week 4 to 6. The benefits become very obvious. Your stamina is noticeably better. You can do more without getting tired. If you check your blood pressure, you will likely see it has dropped a few points. Friends and family might comment that you seem more energetic and vibrant. Month 3 and beyond, this is when the long-term health benefits start accumulating: reduced inflammation, better cardiovascular health, improved brain function, lower risk of cognitive decline. You're not just feeling better day to day, you're actually protecting yourself from chronic diseases. But you have to be consistent. Drinking beet juice once in a while won't do much. You need to make it a daily habit. Just like brushing your teeth, 1 to 2 cups per day, every day. Now let me tell you the most common mistakes people make, so you can avoid them. Mistake number 1, not drinking enough. 1 small shot of beet juice isn't going to do much. You need at least 1 cup, ideally 2, to get the therapeutic dose of nitrates. Do not be stingy. This is food, not medicine. You cannot overdose on beet juice. Mistake number 2, using mouthwash or antibacterial mouth rinse. Remember, the bacteria in your mouth are what convert nitrates to nitrites. If you kill those bacteria with mouthwash, you destroy the entire pathway. If you must use mouthwash, do it at night before bed. Not in the morning before drinking beet juice. Mistake number 3, expecting instant results. Beet juice is not a stimulant. It's not going to hit you like a shot of espresso. The energy boost is real, but it's gradual and sustained. Give it at least 2 weeks before you judge whether it's really working for you. Mistake number 4, combining it with antacids. Stomach acid is essential to convert nitrites to nitric oxide. If you're popping antacids or proton pump inhibitors like they're candy, it can interfere with this process. Talk to your doctor about this. You might need to adjust the timing or dosage of your medications. Mistake number 5, only drinking it before workouts. Yes, beet juice improves exercise performance, but the real value for seniors is the daily cardiovascular and brain benefits. Drink it every day, whether you're hitting the gym or just relaxing at home. Let me tell you about a real case, so you can see just how powerful this really is. His name was David, 73 years old, retired construction worker. He'd been slamming pre-workout supplements for years because he still liked to stay active. Yard work, tinkering with his car in the garage, helping his kids move furniture. He wanted the energy to keep doing the things he loved, but his habit was costing him $65 a month. $780 a year. And recently, his doctor told him his blood pressure was creeping up, 140/90, not high enough for medication yet, but borderline. His doctor wanted to keep an eye on it. David also noticed he wasn't sleeping well. He'd chug his pre-workout in the morning, but even 12 hours later, he felt wired. His heart would race at night. He thought it was just stress or age. Then his daughter, who's a nurse, sent him an article about beet juice and nitric oxide. He was skeptical. He thought it sounded like hippie nonsense, but she convinced him to give it a shot for 1 month. He stopped buying pre-workout powder. He bought a cheap juicer for $40 and a bag of beets from the local farmer's market. He started drinking 1 cup of beet juice in the morning and 1 cup in the afternoon. 2 beets per day, cost about $3. First week, he didn't notice much, except pink urine, which freaked him out until his daughter explained it was normal. Second week, he realized he was sleeping better. No more racing heart at night, no more lying awake feeling wired. Third week, he was doing yard work and realized he wasn't getting tired as quickly. He could work for an hour straight without needing to sit down and catch his breath. 1 month in, he went back to his doctor for a blood pressure check, 132/86. A drop of 8 points systolic and 4 points diastolic. His doctor was impressed and asked what he had changed. When David mentioned beet juice, his doctor actually nodded and said there was good research on that. 3 months in, David was completely sold. His energy was better than it had been in years. His blood pressure was 128/84. He had saved $195 by not buying pre-workout supplements. He felt sharper mentally. And he had 0 side effects. 1 year later, I followed up with David. He was still drinking beet juice every day. His blood pressure was consistently below 130/85. He had saved $740 compared to his supplement habit. His doctor told him his cardiovascular markers looked excellent for his age. But the thing David was most excited about was not the money or even the health benefits. It was the fact that he could still do everything he loved without feeling exhausted. He could keep up with his grandkids. He could work on projects in his garage for hours. He felt like himself again, not like an old man running out of energy. And all it took was 2 cups of beet juice per day. Now, you might be wondering, are there any other benefits besides energy? Absolutely. Beet juice improves athletic performance, supports liver detoxification, reduces inflammation linked to heart disease, Alzheimer's, arthritis, diabetes, and cancer. It supports healthy digestion and provides folate for DNA repair and red blood cell production. Many seniors are deficient in folate without even knowing it. When you drink beet juice, you're not just replacing an expensive, ineffective supplement. You are giving your body real nutrition that supports multiple systems at once. This is what whole foods do. They nourish your entire body in ways that isolated synthetic chemicals never can. Now let me wrap this up with a call to action and a final warning. You just learned information that could save you hundreds of dollars per year and significantly improve your health. Information that is backed by over 15 years of peer-reviewed research from top universities. Information that the supplement industry desperately hopes you never act on. Because if even 10% of people who buy pre-workout supplements switch to beet juice, that industry would lose billions of dollars. Think about that. The science has been public since 2009, 16 years, and you're probably hearing about this for the first time. That's not an accident. That's suppression through silence. They don't need to censor the research. They just need to make sure no one talks about it. They just need to flood the market with flashy ads for their powders and drown out the truth. But now you know, and you have a choice. You can keep spending $60 per month on synthetic supplements that barely work and come with side effects. You can keep enriching an industry that sees you as a wallet, not a person. Or you can spend $8 per month on real food that actually works. Food that has been nourishing humans for thousands of years. Food that your body knows exactly how to use. The choice is yours, but I'll tell you this. Every single person I know who has made the switch has never gone back. Because once you experience what real energy feels like, sustained and natural, without the jitters and crashes, you realize how much you've been lied to. This video probably just saved you over $5,000 over the next 10 years. If that information was valuable to you, if you appreciate someone actually telling you the truth, instead of trying to sell you expensive junk, hit the super thanks button below. Creating content like this is not easy. I read through dozens of research studies, cite everything carefully to avoid lawsuits, and turn down sponsorship offers to tell you the truth. When you support this channel with a super thanks, you support independent health information, not controlled by corporate interests. You are voting for more content that exposes frauds and gives you real solutions. Very few channels have the courage to go after the supplement industry because they fear losing sponsorships. Every video like this is a risk, but it's worth taking if it helps even one person break free from dependency on overpriced synthetic products. If this video gave you value, show your support with a super thanks. Let me know that this kind of content matters to you, and drop a comment below. Tell me, how much are you currently spending per month on supplements and energy products? I bet most of you are spending $50 to $100 or more. Face that number. Then imagine what you could do with an extra $600 per year. That is financial freedom instead of dependence on an industry that does not care about you. But before I go, I need to repeat this one more time for legal and ethical reasons. This content is educational. It does not replace medical advice. Never stop taking prescribed medications without consulting your doctor first. These natural alternatives should be discussed with your physician. Especially if you have existing health conditions or take medications, always consult a qualified healthcare professional before making changes to your diet or health routine. That said, beet juice is food. It is not a drug. It is not a risky experimental treatment. It is a vegetable that humans have been eating for thousands of years. The worst thing that will happen is pink urine, and maybe some mild digestive adjustment in the first few days. But talk to your doctor anyway. Show them the research. Most doctors will support you adding more whole foods to your diet. And if your doctor dismisses the idea without even looking at the evidence, that might tell you something about whether they are keeping up with current research. You deserve a doctor who listens and considers peer-reviewed science, not one who automatically dismisses anything that is not a pharmaceutical product. All right, that is everything. You now know more about nitric oxide, beet juice, and the pre-workout supplement fraud than 99% of people. Use this information, share it with people you care about, and take control of your health, instead of letting corporations control it for profit. I will see you in the next one. Stay strong, stay informed. And remember, nature already created the perfect supplements. We just have to be smart enough to use them.